We're moving to 288, Lee. 14.
This control, WB5DRI. And Brian, I'll bring Don in K0Z and see if you want W5OG. Yeah, I appreciate that, Dale. W5OG, that is K2SJP. Happy to say, remote. Okay, Bob, good. Well, I'm happy for you there. K2SJP, sounding great. W5OG, good morning.
W4PUO checking in.
K2SJP, W5AVI, 10 over, Bob.
You too, Joe. You're about 10 over 9 over here into Tampa Bay. Great signal.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for the report, Bob. W5AVI, stand by for now.
K2SJP W4PUO.
K2SJP W4, I'm sorry, W4PUO is calling you, over. I don't know if he's copying you, Lee, or not. He was just on a minute ago. He's kind of over here, but I'm copying you about 9 over.
Thank you, Joe. W5DRI W4PUO. It's a beautiful day here in South Central Texas, and I'm sure Brian's going to have a good net with these. If he doesn't look out the window too much, it's just too tempting to go somewhere and do something. I just got back from a long walk. Good signal, Joe. W5DRI W4PUO.
Yeah, same here. You're about 10 over. I do my walk right after the net just about every morning, and some of them springs here are supposed to be in the 70s for the next week or so.
Get all those honeydews done outside.
Yeah. Anyhow, thanks for the report. The W5ABI standing by for net.
W4PUO, this is K2SJP. We were on 290 to tell everybody to come over here. You're about 20 over 9, Lee.
I think you're 30 over, Bob. Good morning, and thanks for bringing guys down here. Good idea for us to try a different frequency. That gang is really mixing it up there for the contest. W4PUO, about 30 over 9, Bob.
Okay, thanks for the report. We're over on our desktop computer remotely here in Holiday.
Hey, Roger.
This is Whiskey Bravo 5, Delta Romeo India. We will be starting the Air Force's Flyers Club net on this frequency at the top of the hour in about 3 minutes. WB5DRI. Brian, you're blasting me at about 30 over 9. K2SJP. Okay, I had a couple of stations in there. Thank you very much, Bob, K2SJP, and also Joe. Good to hear you, W5ABI. There in Las Cruces. Thanks for the report. Pretty good conditions on the band here this morning. We'll be starting up in about 3 minutes. WB5DRI.
KB0LTT, check in.
KB0LTT, good morning, Larry. You need to be a short timer?
Yeah, I'll be short timer, Brian. Thank you for asking.
Yes, sir. We'll put you right up after dawn there.
QSL, thank you. KB0LTT, standing by for net. KB0LTT W4PUO, good signal in Belleville, Texas this morning, Larry. W4PUO, KB0LTT, likewise, coming here on this end. I got you in here about a solid 9. I've got some filtration in line, but otherwise, good signal. Yeah, you're 20 over. Yeah, I run an IPO, and that's about, I want to say about 18 dB of attenuation. Nice audio, too.
I expect you've got a nice day going on, don't you, Lee?
It's super. I'm going to try to take a picture of this one.
Yeah, well, I've got a beautiful day in store here as well. 80 for a high today.
Enjoy.
Good day to be outside working in the yard.
Well, it's about that time. Let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. This is Whiskey Bravo 5 Delta Romeo India. My name is Brian. I'm in San Antonio. I want to welcome everybody to the Saturday edition of the Air Force's Flyers Club Net on this first day of March. This net meets on this frequency. Well, actually, we meet on 14,290 usually, but we moved down here to 288 today because of the contest and some stations close to 290. Anyway, we meet here every day of the year close to this frequency. The Flyers Club consists of a lot of military aviation members, both active and retired, and veterans of all the military services, to include pilots, air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, missile crews, support crews, and anyone involved with military aviation or supporting military aviation from all of the air branches of all of our military services. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net. And you don't need to be involved with military or aviation in order to check in. Our purpose is to promote fellowship between those radio amateurs who devote a portion of their lives to support our air forces. This is a control net. We like to use the words contact, relay, check-in, or info to contact net control. We also have a very good website at Air Forces plural, Flyers plural, club.org, which has a lot of good information about the net. I repeat, that's Air Forces Flyers Club.org, and it has information about our net and also bios from our members and also an online application. If you feel qualified and would like to join the group here, it's not necessary, however, in order to check in. Break. Again, my call sign is WB5DRI. My name is Brian, and I'm located down here in the Alamo City in San Antonio, Texas. Our format for this net is we take check-ins and we go down the list along each station to give you reports, and then we go back for a second 73 round if there's time. Usually on Saturdays we have a little bit more time for the net. At this time, I do have the following stations off of NetLogger and stations that I've talked to this morning. I have Don, K0ZNC up in Longmont, Colorado. Good morning, Don. And I think W5OG, I think my older brother Dale is going to bring in Don. So good morning to you guys, and let's see. Then we have a short timer. It would be KB0LTT Larry, who's mobile, I think, in his truck possibly. So we'll get you in there, Larry, and good morning to you. Then we have N5BE. Good morning, Lee, and thanks for all the help this morning, and also for doing the NetLogger, and also for the questions this morning. Great questions, and you can see those questions. The questions for the day is something that we do for fun. You can see them on K4YDB's live stream of our net. If you go to YouTube and type in K4YDB live stream, the net will come up, and you can see the questions, and you can see a live stream of the entire net. So let's see. Then we have after N5BE on the list, we have WA6LJS, another one of our net controllers. And I should say that N5BE is also one of our net controllers. He's helping us out with basically just about everything on the Flyers Club net here. So anyway, thank you guys for what you do, and good morning. Then we have another net control who fills in sometimes, K2SJP Bob down in Florida, down in Lutz, Florida. Good morning to you, Bob. Then we have Carl, KF7GJO, our ops officer who's out in Sparks, Nevada. Good morning, Carl. Then we have W4PUO that I talked to earlier, Lee, my neighbor to the east over in Belleville, Texas. So good to have you in there with us this morning, Lee. Then I have, let's see. Then I actually have W5OG, Dale. My older brother. Good morning to you, Dale, and love to you and Carolyn there up in Mineola, Texas. Then we have K4YDB. Good morning, Charlie, with the live stream, as I mentioned, and he's in Cartersville, Georgia. And thank you for what you do there, Charlie, and that live stream is great. And then we have, after Charlie, we have W5ABI. That's Joe out in Las Cruces. Good morning to you, Joe. With a big signal with me this morning. You were over the 9 mark. So good to hear you. And then I have W7AJN. Good morning, John. John is in Peoria, Arizona. Good morning to you, John, and good to have you back in there with us this morning. Then we have WB5DRI Ray out in New Jersey. Good to have you here, Ray. Good morning. Then we have KS5KY also back in there on the weekend here. Chris from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Good morning to you, Chris. Good to see you back on the net here. I know you're busy, quite busy during the week, and you can't check in as often then, but it's good to hear you on weekends or whenever you can get in here. That is the bottom of the list as I have it right now. If I have any other short timers or any other stations that would like to check in, this is WB5DRI. Members or guests, please call now. AD5HHD. AD5 HJD. Do I have the call sign correct here, over?
No, sir. Kilo Delta 5 Hotel Delta. Back to you.
Kilo Delta 5 Hotel Delta. Well, I got a good copy on you. What's your name and QTH there, over?
My name is Harold, and I'm in Houston, Texas.
Okay, Harold in Houston. Are you going to be able to stick around, or do you need to be a short timer this morning, Harold?
No, I'm kind of disabled here. I'm homebound, and I have nothing to do but hang out.
Well, great. We'll put you on the list there. And you're about 5'9" with me here in San Antonio this morning. A good short skip, good signal, Harold. Good to have you with us this morning. Welcome to the Air Force's Flyers Club Net.
No, Roger. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, good to be here. I always look for something during the day that where I can talk to someone. Back to you.
Okay, Harold. Are you perchance a veteran or associated with aviation at all or anything like that? We like to ask. It's not necessary.
No, I'm a veteran. Yes, I'm a disabled veteran from the Army.
Okay. Well, thank you for your service there, Harold. What did you do in the Army?
Oh, gosh, many jobs. I joined the Army to stay out of the infantry. And guess what? The infantry has trucks. So I was a truck driver, and then I made sergeant. And from then on, it made E6 finally. But I had to get out, like I said, had some medical issues.
Okay, Harold, I understand. Well, thank you very much for your service there. And yeah, you don't want to join the Army if you don't want to be in the infantry. But anyway, I'm glad things worked out for you there, and it's good to have you in here with us this morning, Harold. Thank you for your service there in the Army. So we've got you down on the list. Kilo Delta 5, Hotel Delta. So very good. Let's keep it moving here. Let's get a call out from the West Coast. John in Humboldt, California. WA6LJS, could you put out a call, please, sir?
Wilco. This WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Saturday morning Air Force Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now.
Kilo 1, Bravo, Oscar Bravo, remote.
Well, all I heard was the commander, K1BOB remote. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, John, thank you for that. Yeah, he's loud on my radio. Good to hear you, Bob. And you're S9 over the 9 mark with me here this morning. So good to hear you. I think you're probably still in Salt Lake City, aren't you? Over.
Roger, South Salt Lake City on W5OG's radio in Texas.
Roger, sir. You're only 10 over with me. Good signal. Anyway, we got you on the list, Bob. Let's get a call out from the East Coast there. Let's see. How about Charlie? Can you make a call? K4YDB, WB5DRI.
Wilco, I'll give it a try. This is K4YDB, and I'm relaying for net control. We're looking for check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Members or guests, please call now. Hearing nothing, Brian.
Okay, Charlie, very good. Thank you for that. Let me go ahead and give the questions this morning. Let me ask first, do we have any other short timers? This is WB5DRI. Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Tango Zulu.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Tango Zulu. Can you give us your name and location, please, sir?
Name's Rob, and I'm in Central Missouri.
Rob in Central Missouri. Very good, Rob. Have you checked in with us before?
I believe I have. I'm a retired Army myself.
Okay, well, thank you for your service there. And we got you on the list as a short timer right after two other short timers here. So very good. Good to have you with us this morning, Rob. Okay, let me go ahead and give the questions. These are questions from courtesy of N5BE Lee up in Arlington, Texas, who's also doing our net logger this morning. And we want to thank him for the great questions. And you can see the questions on K4YDB's live stream on YouTube. But the first question is about the AIM-120 AMRAAM. It's the preeminent beyond visual range mid-range missile. It replaced the Vietnam-era Great White Hope AIM-7 Sparrow. The AIM-120 has been in service for over 30 years. That's really hard to believe. Boy, how time flies. With the Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps, and our allies. And can you name the first air-to-air kill that was achieved by this missile, the AIM-120 AMRAAM? And the possible answers are Alpha, the Dutch F-16A versus the Serbian MiG-29, Dutch F-16A versus the Serbian MiG-29, or was it Bravo, USAF F-16 Charlie versus an Iraqi MiG-25, Bravo, USAF F-16 Charlie versus an Iraqi MiG-25, or was it Charlie, USAF F-15 versus a Libyan MiG-27? USAF F-15 versus a Libyan MiG-27. Or was it Delta, USAF F-22 versus a Chinese recce balloon? United States Air Force F-22 versus a Chinese reconnaissance balloon. And the bonus question, the AIM-9X is the latest model of the famous all-aspect Sidewinder. This particular missile, the Sidewinder missile. Can you name the Russian missile that caused a panic in our intel community that forced the upgrade to the AIM-9X over the AIM-9M? So can you name the Russian missile that caused a panic in our intel community that forced the Air Force to upgrade to a newer model of the AIM-9, the AIM-9 X-ray over the AIM-9 Mike? And the possible answers are Alpha, the Alpha 6 Acrid, the AA6 Acrid, or Bravo, the AA11 Archer, or Bravo, the AA11 Archer, or Charlie, the AA8 Aphid, or Charlie, the AA8 Aphid, or was it Delta? Answer Delta, the AA12 Adder, the AA12 Adder. And note the answers on this question, as Lee does quite often, they're matched pairs. So if you get the first question right, you'll have the second question correct as well. It'll be the same letter. So does anybody need a repeat on the questions? WB5DRI. Well, hearing nothing here, let's go ahead and get started. Don, K0ZNC, good morning. What's happening up in Longmont? Hope the snow is maybe on the way out for you guys. It's probably warmer there. Good morning. Hope you're having a good day. WB5DRI.
Okay, Don, go ahead and I'll bring you in. W5OG.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. And thank you, Brian, for getting me on the HS today. I had a really nice day brewing here today. 41 degrees, going up to a high of 64. And we'll take it here. This is John, K0ZNC, the Longmont Call. Good morning to all the flyers. Well, I'm going to be in and out today. Got site issues you got to get taken care of. So I'm just get the question and I'll be on my way. I will not be here for the 73 round. With that, let's see. The question is, I have absolutely no idea. Put me down for Charlie. And that's my usual outcome. I don't know what's going on. When in doubt, Charlie out. With that, we'll turn it back to you, Brian. Thanks for running the net. Pretty busy activity out there with all the contesting going on. You're doing a great job. And Dale, thank you for doing the simulcast for me. With that, back to you, Brian. WB5DRI via W5OG. This is K0ZNC 73 to everyone. Take care. Have a great day. And see you on Monday. See you all on Monday. K0ZNC. Back to you, Brian.
W5OG, back to that.
Okay, Don, K0ZNC, WB5DRI. Well, very fine on everything, Don. Good to hear you this morning from Longmont, and sounds like you had a nice day going on there. That temperature is actually our current temperature here in San Antonio, 74, and we're going up to 82 today for the high. So we're going to be a little bit warmer than you, but it sounds like you got a nice day in the offing anyway. And have a great day, and 73 is to you, and we got your answers there as Charlie. So we'll talk to you the next time, possibly on Monday there. Hopefully I'll be on Monday. Anyway, 73, Don. Break. Let's go to Larry there, who's mobile, I think, this morning. KB0LTT. You're up, Larry. Good morning again. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI and the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. KB0LTT. I am not mobile. I am still at home here in Silver Springs, Florida this morning, Brian. But good morning to each a pleasant day thus far. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Another beautiful day in store here in north central Florida. Current temperature at the Ocala International Jim Taylor Field near Ocala, Florida. Current temperature is 68 Fahrenheit. The winds are 310 at 12. Sky is clear. Visibility 10. Dew point 46 Fahrenheit. Humidity 43%. And the pressure 3006. And by God, I tell you what, I'm not looking forward to getting back to work. I'm tentatively going back on the road again around the 17th of this month. I have tenants coming in to utilize my property the last week of March, so I want to make sure everything's on the up and up here at home. That's what I've been doing, just puttering around, getting things situated, homeowner duties and work and stuff like that, catching up on odds and ends. So, but I take my time doing it. I don't get in a big hurry. It's relaxing just to putter around the house here and make this and do that. As far as the question goes, put me down for Bravo, Bravo, double B, Bravo, Bravo, Brian. Incidentally, you're 10 over 9 here in north central Florida. WB5DRI in the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. KB0LTT, one and done. Back to you, sir.
Okay, Larry, very good. Good to hear you this morning, and glad everything is going well for you there at home, and understand about having to do a lot of things before you get back on the road there. And we'll look for you again whenever you can get back on here with us. And we got your answers there this morning as Bravo, Bravo. Sounds like you're having a beautiful day there in Silver Springs there, Larry. So very good. And have a great day. 73 for you, sir. Thanks for checking in with us this morning. Break with you. Let's go to our Army visitor there from Missouri, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Tango Zulu. Rob, you're up this morning. What do you have for our net? Rob, WB5DRI. KF0 FTZ, are you there, Rob? Oh, I'm not hearing Rob at all now. Is anybody hearing Rob? I think he may have been in and out this morning. Well, hearing nothing, let's go ahead and keep it moving here. If you're still listening out there, Rob, we'll give you a 73s, and thanks for checking in with us this morning on the Flyers Club Net here. It was good to hear you there from Missouri. Break with you. Let's go to N5BE. Lee, thanks again for all you do there for our net, and thanks for the questions this morning. Great questions. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI and 5BE. Well, the short skip has disappeared on me over here, Brian, so I had to put the SDR back on. And but you and Lee and your brother were just like 10 to 15 over, but not anymore. It's gone. At least for me it is. So, I was researching this question, and I was shocked as you are that the AIM 120 AMRAAM has been in service this long. And of course, there's different versions of this. There's export versions of it that don't have all the trickery that ours have. And I remember during the the second F-16 buy for Korea, the Air Force was peddling the AIM-7 still, and they were adamant they were not going to sign the contract unless they got the AMRAAM, and they held out and they got it. So, and of course there are much more different versions of that missile out there now, including a much longer range missile to try to close the gap with some of the Chi-Com stuff that showed up. So So that's on the part one. The part two question, I want to talk about that a little bit because it's an interesting situation that came up, Brian, and you may have been involved in that in your previous job relative to the, it was near panic when that thing arrived, and we'll talk about that. I think people may find that story interesting. So thank you, Brian, and good net so far. We moved, and it's a good thing we did, because that Filipino station was hard to get into. I was going to try to call them, but boy, you talk about a pileup. Wow. All right, that's it for me until we get to the answer. WB5DRI N5B.
Okay, Lee, very good. N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, I think you're right about the short skip moving out on us here a little bit, Lee, but I am hearing you well on the SDRs now. I was hearing you very, very loud on the radio, but anyway, that's propagation for you, but good to hear you this morning, and as always, and thanks again for the question, and questions, they're great, and interesting stuff about these missiles. Yeah, the Air Force is, that's been kind of a moving target to make all of our missiles longer and longer range as the competition moves along with us, I guess. But anyway, let's keep it moving here this morning. Let's go to John out in Hamul. Hope everything is going well for you there, John. Good morning again. WA6LJS, WB5DRI. John, are you there? WA6LJS, WB5DRI. He may have had a phone call.
Yeah, WB5DRI. This is WA6LJS. Yeah, I just got off the line there. Good morning to the net. Good signal, boy. Good choice in frequency. That 290 was just overwhelmed this morning. Anyway, it's 55 degrees and kind of light clouds, but we're going to have sun. But it's going to be a little cooler than it has been the last couple of days. We've been up in the 80s last few days. Let's see, as far as your question goes, Brian, I was going to answer A for the first one and B for the second. But the fact that they're matched pairs, it's got to either be AA or BB. So I guess put me down for AA. AA will be my answer. And I'm going to need a net controller for Tuesday. We've got the relatives coming in here, and I won't be able to get on the air here. So I'm looking for someone to sub the net for me on this coming Tuesday. Back to you, Brian. WB5DRI, WA6LJS.
Okay, John. Well, good to hear you this morning. WA6LJS, WB5DRI. Yeah, you're very strong with me here, close to the 9 mark, John. So good signal, and got you down for alpha for the answer there. And understand you need a net control for Tuesday, a replacement for our net here on 290 on Tuesday. So understand about that. All right, let's go ahead and keep it moving here. Break with WA6LJS. Let's go to next on the list that I have here would be actually Bob down in Florida, who's remote, I think, this morning, K2SJP. Bob, good morning again. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI. Yeah, this is K2SJP, and we are remote in Holiday and got everything working finally, thanks to Flex and thanks to a guy named Ken Wells that we thought was no longer with them, but is operating out of his house. So we really appreciate that. Larry, glad to hear you in there, KB0LTT. And again, a big thank you for your hospitality over at the Orlando Hamvention. We certainly look forward to next year's get-together, Larry. And you're coming in real good from Silver Springs. We're not too far away. You're up there in Ocala area, and I'm in Tampa Bay. And hope you're hearing me okay. On the question, I have not the slightest idea on that. So I'm just going to go with Larry. I'll go bravo. It's eeny, meeny, miny, mo between Larry and John. So I'll just go with Larry on it. Bravo, and see what happens with it. So also, we'll be glad to take the net for John on Tuesday, and we can do it remotely right from here in Holiday. I just have to download a preamble, and pretty much I got the list. So if it's available, I'll gladly take it for John on Tuesday. So back to you, Brian. Thanks for running the net, and you are the strongest signal on there today. You're just totally blasting me with that G5RV. WB5DRI K2SJP.
Okay, Bob, K2SJP, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you this morning, Bob. And thanks very much for offering to take the net for John for WA6LJS on Tuesday there. So very good on that. And we got your answers there as bravo. Bob is guessing bravo this morning. So he's going with Larry's responses on the questions there. So we'll break with you, Bob, and we'll keep it moving here. Let's go out to Nevada now, to Sparks, Nevada, to our ops officer out there, former air traffic controller, lawman, and also now an author in his own right there. A very good author, I might add. KF7GJO. Good morning, Carl. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. Hope I didn't give you too much of an introduction there, Carl. You're up, sir. KF7GJO. WB5DRI. Is he talking? I'm not copying him.
KF7DJO, you're up, Carl, WA6LJS.
Hey, Brian, he looks like he's dropped out on the Utah SDR. He was there early. He's not there now.
Okay, Lee. Thank you for that. He may have had something he had to do there. So we'll try to come back to him later in the net. Okay, break with him. Let's go ahead and go to next up on the list would be, let's see. It looks like it's Lee out in Belleville, my neighbor to the east. W4PUO. Lee, good morning again. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Oh, thank you, Brian. WB5DRI, W4PUO, Belleville, Texas. And it's a beautiful day here, guys. It's just shirt sleeve weather and comfortable, and it's good to be out in the shack and thinking about things I need to do outside today. Good question. I don't remember much about all that, but I do think that the first kill was probably somewhere around 1992, I think, with the AMRAAM. And the only one of your questions that might possibly be right would be a MiG-25 Bravo. I'm going to go with. I think somebody else picked Bravo. If that wasn't you, Larry, I don't know. But the only reason I can figure out the second question is because you told me they were synchronized. So put me down for Bravo, and we'll just cross my fingers and toes. WB5DRI, W4PU. I'm one and done. Thank you this morning, Brian.
Okay, Lee, very good. W4PUO, WB5DRI. Well, we got you down for Bravo there, Lee. And, yeah, good conditions this morning. I'm still hearing you light on the radio and very strong on the SDR. So good to hear you this morning, Lee, and good to have you with us there. Let's go ahead and move it on here. Let's go to my older brother, Dale, up in Mineola there. Good morning again, Dale. Thanks for your help this morning, and love to Carolyn there. W5OG, WB5DRI.
Hey, fine, Brian, WB5DRI, and all the folks on the Air Force's Flyers Club Net this busy Saturday morning. This is W5OG Dale in East Texas, and as all of my neighbors have said, it's a beautiful day in Texas, and we're going to enjoy it. And we're lucky. We're still in the peak of the sunspot cycle, and on those when we're in here when the ARRL contest is going on, when the conditions are such that 10 and 15 are closed, which often happens at the bottom of the cycle, you can't get a credit card in here on 20 meters. We were lucky to find the clear frequency here on 288, so close to 290. Anyway, well done there, Brian, and I think Lee helped you with that, so that's great. And I think Bravo, with the way Larry said that, there was no equivocation in his answer there. So he must have looked something up, I think. And you only have to look up one. That's pretty nice. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. This is out of my bailiwick, obviously, but it's very interesting to me, and I agree with the analysis that Lee W4PUO used. And the timing is such that it would probably be the MiG-25 there. So anyway, back to you, Brian. We got a good list here for Saturday, and we'll make it through somehow or another with all the contest activities. Let's see. Back to you. WB5DRI, W5OG. Back to net.
Okay, Dale, real fine. W5OG, WB5DRI. Well, we got you down for Bravo there, Dale, and yeah, you can kind of analyze these questions. I think Lee did a pretty good job of that, but you have to kind of analyze when the these different activities or these different combats or different instances occurred versus when the missiles came into play there, I think, and you can kind of come up with the correct answers here on these questions, I think. And the same with the second question with regard to the competition for the AIM-9 missile there. So very good. We got you down for Bravo. Let's keep it moving here, Dale. Let's go to Charlie. And Charlie, thanks for all you do with the live stream there. We sure appreciate having you around. It is such a help and such a great website. Unquestionably superb in its operation there. I don't know how you do it. You must have 4 or 5 computers to try to broadcast all that every day, but we certainly do appreciate you. K4YDB, you're up, sir, there in Cartersville, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K4Y. Stand by. Brian, can you bypass me? Check with me back in a few minutes. I've got I just tripped the breaker.
Roger. I'll come back to you just shortly here, Charlie. Let me try Joe first, and while you're working on that there. Break with K4YDB, and we'll come right back to him. W5ABI, Joe, good morning in Las Cruces. Hope everything's going well for you, Joe. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI and the client is W5DRI. Good morning, Justin Flyers. I'm going to good signal. You're peaking 20 over sometime too. Currently 53. We're going to have a high of 77. The winds are calm. Clear blue sky. It's going to be a nice day. Anyhow, I'm going to go for Bravo and Bravo on your question. And we'll be here at the bottom. WB5DRI, W5DRI.
Okay, Joe. Well, good to hear you this morning. We got your answers there as Bravo, Bravo. And sounds like you're having a fair day there in Las Cruces. So very good. We'll break with you. Let me swing back and see if Charlie has got his issue addressed there, if he's ready to jump in here. K4YDB, WB5DRI. Well, I don't hear Charlie. He may still be working on that. We'll come back to him. Let's keep it moving here. Let's go out to Peoria, Arizona, to W7AJN. John, good morning. Hope all is well with you and your ladies there. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, W7AJN. Good morning, Brian. Doing a great job on the net. Thanks for the good wishes. Yeah, the ladies are doing fine right now. We're happy with that. We started off at 52 degrees this morning. It's up to 62 now. And it's supposed to go up to 79. So just another beautiful day in paradise here. Let's see. We have a red flag warning, which yesterday morning we had a fire up a little north of Phoenix, and Phoenix area, smoke is coming down into the area, but now it's cleared up. So we have clear and 25-mile visibility now. Let's see, on your question, I'm going to have to go with Bravo, Bravo. That sounds like a logical choice there, so that'll be my answer. And I will be here to the bottom, Brian. So W5DRI, W7AJN.
Okay, John, W7AJN, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you this morning, John, and sounds like you're having some fair weather there in Arizona. I would imagine it's nice there as well. And understand about the red flag business, we have possibility of some of that around here. I think just west of San Antonio here, they're talking about that for coming up in a day or so. So hopefully it won't be too bad. Too windy, and that makes some pretty dry conditions, and fire is a real danger since it's been so dry here this year. Hopefully we won't have any fires, and hopefully we'll get some more rain. Anyway, we got you down there, John, for Bravo, Bravo. Let's keep it moving. Let's swing out to New Jersey, to Ray out there, WB2JJO. Ray, good morning. Hope everything is well for you out in Petersburg, New Jersey there. You're up, sir. Good morning. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI from WB2JJO. Well, good morning to you, Brian, and everyone else on the net. I hope everybody can hear me. Welcome to QRM on this side here. Well, I'll tell you what, like what Bill said, when the contactors are in here, you see them and get a credit card in here. Hi. Well, anyway, we're doing very well here. We're thankful for the SCR, that's for sure, because without the SCR, I couldn't hear anybody. But anyway, we have 64 degrees here and sunny, and don't let that temperature scare you. And we're supposed to, believe it or not, we're supposed to drop down into the teens come later on Sunday and Monday. At least that's what the weather guests are saying here, Brian. So that's what the story is. And I think maybe on the question there, the F-16 Charlie, that's the F-16 Delta. I believe that was a Delta model. But anyway, I'm not sure whether there was a typo or I got the wrong information. But anyway, my answer is going to be Bravo, Bravo. I'll say again, Bravo, Bravo on the answer. And I'll tell you what there, Brian, you got a good group today, and good idea moving over here. That's for sure. So back over to you, sir. WB5DRI from WB2JJO.
Okay, Ray, very good. WB2JJO, WB5DRI. Well, I'm hearing you well on the SDRs this morning, Ray. But you're a little bit light on the radio, but it's kind of understandable with propagation this morning. But we got your answers there as Bravo, Bravo, and glad you're having a good day out there in New Jersey. We'll break with you, and let's swing a little bit further west over to Bowling Green, Kentucky. To KS5KY. Chris, good morning, sir. Good to have you back in here with us. WB5DRI.
Everybody's doing well. I will say that any concept this is a good day. It's not going to last very long.
Chris, very good. KS5KY. You're about an S8 with me here in San Antonio, Chris. Good signal. Good to hear you this morning from Bowling Green. And we got your answers as Bravo, Bravo, and good luck on working on your truck there. 73 to you, sir. Have a great day, and thanks for joining us this morning. We'll break with you. Let's try Harold, one of our visitors this morning from the Army over in Houston. Hope you're still with us, Harold. KD5HHD, Kilo Delta 5, Hotel Delta. Harold, you're up for our net. WB5DRI.
Lima 5
Is he talking? Well, I think I've lost a short skip. I was hearing him on the radio earlier, so let me go ahead and move on here. I think he was probably in and out, but if you're still listening there, Harold, 73 to you, and thanks for checking in with us here on the Flyers Club Net. Come back and join us anytime, whenever you can. We're on here every day, starting up at the same time, about 10 o'clock Central Time. Break with KD5HHD. Next up would be our commander, actually, K1BOB. Bob, good morning. Hope everything is, hope you're having a fun vacation. Well, trip there in Salt Lake City. I'm sure you are. Being with family is about the best thing there is there. K1BOB, WB5DRI. Good morning again, Bob.
Okay, Brian, I started to lose you over the last few minutes there. You were very strong at one time, but the short skip seemed to go away. I am in South Salt Lake visiting with my daughter's family here, and my son's family's coming over later in the day, so we'll have some food together and let the kids play and all that good stuff. Having fun here as a grandpa and grandma. It's never a dull day. We went out to a park yesterday where the kids had fun and they got to use their skateboards, their little scooters out there. Even Mima tried it. Didn't kill herself. Let's see. To address the answer, I heard it. I think I got it, and I think the first AIM 120 kill, the AMRAAM, I think that was F-16 over in Southern Watch. I was on active duty then, and it was against an Iraqi MiG-25 that just went a little further the wrong way and got nailed. Yeah. So put me down for Bravo Bravo, and thank you K2SJP Bob for taking John's net on Tuesday, and I as well on Thursday will take Dale's net W5OG and on Thursday, so I guess we got the week covered. And actually, I'll be coming home on Monday from here, and so that means Leon's going to take my net on Monday. So there you go. We work it out one way or another. Let's see. My daughter's going to get us set up with the latest new iPhone technology. I don't know. I guess it's been 3 or 4 years since we bought new ones, so she's going to set us up. It's supposed to have all the advanced AI technology. Thanks again to Ray, JJO, for the nice card, and I had a QSL card included there with your notes to me, Ray. I appreciate that, and I'll reciprocate by sending you a QSL card back there, and thank you, and I'm glad you told me about the stamp. I did not realize, in fact, I didn't look at it. I didn't realize that's a rare stamp, so I will covet that and save it, probably with your QSL and a notebook, scrapbook. Okay, this is K1BOB. I hope you can hear me, Brian. I've been operating courtesy of W5OG, not too far from you, I guess, and I'll send it back to net. K1BOB, good to hear everybody.
November 2, Sierra India, Quebec. November 2, Sierra Italy, Quebec.
Okay, Bob, very good. K1BOB, WB5DRI. Well, 100% on all that on the SDRs, Bob, because the skip has slipped off on us, but good to hear you this morning. And we got your answers there as Bravo, Bravo, and hope it sounds like you're having a wonderful getaway there in Salt Lake City with your whole family there. That's great. It's wonderful to get to see everybody for sure and be with family. That's the most important thing. Anyway, good to hear you, Bob, and 100% on going in on the nets, and everybody, it sounds like we got all the nets covered for this week with you picking up Dale's net and Bob picking up John's net on Tuesday. So sounds like we got it covered. Let's go ahead and keep it moving here. We got your answers there. Bravo, bravo. And that's sort of the bottom of the list as I have it. It looks like we had a bunch of visitors that sort of checked in and out. KD9 RVA, Max in Indiana, 73CU. Jonathan in Wyoming in 7HRI, 73CU. And KD9, KD5, HHD, Harold over in Houston. So we'll give him a 73s as well. And KD9 RVA up at Max in Indiana there. We'll say 73CU as well. Looks like all those folks have checked out. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. Let me go back and see if Charlie can get back in there now since we're right at the bottom. K4B, Charlie, you're up for the net. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI K4YDB. Well, that was fun. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, I did trip it out. My app did trip a breaker, so I had to track it down, and it was one little piece that was on the same line that I had to find, and it's part of my security system. But I hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now, it is about 65 degrees here. We're supposed to get up about high 60s today. Light breeze outside. I think I need to take it easy today, though, because my shoulder's messed up, bothering me just a little bit. So I got most of the stuff done I needed to get done yesterday anyway. And my new glasses are here, so I think I may drive down there and see if I can pick them up. As far as the question goes, I'll just go with the B's. I'll put me down for a Bravo Bravo. WB5DRI K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, very good. K4YDB, WB5DRI. Got you down for Bravo, Bravo, and thanks again for all you do on the live stream there, Charlie. We certainly do appreciate it here. Break with you, I want to mention a couple of stations that are receive only out there. KV7LAK, Justin in Utah. Good morning to you, Justin. Good to have you out there listening in Ogden. And also James, KG5PTE up in Belton, Texas. He's just leaving the K5CRA club meeting, so he's just received this morning, just listening to us here. So good to have you guys out there listening on the net. That is the bottom of the net as I have it. Did I miss any stations, or do we have any last-minute check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net? Members or guests, please call now.
November 0 Kilo Hotel, Quebec.
I hear a station calling, but you're a little light with me. Can somebody relay that station? I'm sorry, old man, if you're calling the Flyers Club net, I just can't pick you out there. I'm sorry. Again, this is WB5DRI. Is anybody copying that station better than me that could relay him? Oh, maybe I'm hearing things. I may be hearing part of the contest or something off to the side. Anyway, that's the bottom of the list as I have it. Let's go ahead and get the answers to the questions here this morning. Let's go back to, we'll start a quick 73 round, and let's go to N5BE, Lee, for his questions here, and let him give the answers here this morning. N5BE, you're up, Lee, WB5DRI. Thanks again.
WB5DRI N5BE. Well, boy, it was a busy net. And I want to thank everybody for pointing out that the answer was a F-16D. That was a typo on my part, and I didn't catch it, so well done. Yeah, as Bob said, this was a Southern Watch incident. I believe it was, 92 or 93. And it was a F-16 Delta, and it was a MiG-25, so that was the first kill ever for an AMRAAM, and so it worked. How about that? So the bonus question, this was shocking to everybody. I was working, I had my office at General Dynamics. I think this is right in the period where GD was transitioning to Lockheed Martin. But FTD out of Foreign Technology Division out of Wright-Patterson was just in an uproar because they were finally beginning to understand some of the MiG-29's capability. And what got their attention was the helmet-mounted cueing coupled with the IRST, infrared search and track, and the AA-11 Archer missile. This is an all-aspect infrared missile. This sucker can pull 47 Gs. And it was interesting talking to the Luftwaffe who kept them for a while, that you'd be looking over your shoulder to the right with your helmet-mounted sight and tickle a missile off the left rail and watch the missile come around the nose, and head towards the target. So this missile really got their attention, everyone's attention, and it outclassed, at least in some performance envelope, it outclassed our AIM-9M, which was lead at the time for us. That forced us to go to the AIM-9X with a vectoring nozzle, and that is today's eater missile for the West, except for the French who have their own version. But anyway, that's the story behind it. It caused a lot of consternation in our armed forces and in our intel community. That's the backstory behind the AIM-9X and the AA-11 Archer. Thank you, Brian. Enjoyed it today. I'll say 73, and let's see. I don't remember what tomorrow's question's going to be, but it'll be a lead question. WB5DRI and 5BE 73 all.
Okay, Lee, N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, very good on all that, Lee. Very interesting stuff, especially to an intel guy like myself. I was probably aware of, or am aware of some of these missiles from being in that business. And interesting aspect here of these missiles. I know that the Soviets reverse engineered some of our stuff, and then they added some improvements of their own. So they had the benefit of our technology, kind of like some other countries that I can think of around the world currently that have stolen our technology. Anyway, good to hear you this morning, Lee, and thank you for all you do there, and we really appreciate it. And thank you again for these great questions this morning. 73 to you, sir. Have a great day up there in Arlington. Break with you. Let's go out to Hello again, to John out in near San Diego. WA6LJS. John, you're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Okay, thank you, Brian. WB5DRI. This is WA6LJS. Well, it's good conditions out on this end. I don't have 2-hour mirroring, and frequency's clear, and everybody's coming in very nicely here. And special thanks to K2SJP Bob for picking up the net for me. Really appreciate that. And we'll see how that goes. All right, back to you. I'll be here to the bottom. WA6LJS.
Okay, John, very good. WA6LJS, WB5DRI. Well, 73 to you, John, and thanks for the help this morning, as always. We appreciate all that you do for the net as well. Break with you. Let's go back to Bob. And thanks for picking up John's net, Bob. K2SJP with correct answers this morning. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K2SJP, just by chance. Thank you for the answers, John. I did not know a thing about it. Glad to be taking the net for you on Tuesday. 73s, everybody. Have a good day, and we'll see you over on Echo Lane. WB5DRI, K2SJP.
Okay, Bob, very good. K2SJP, WB5DRI. We'll talk to you some more on Echo Link. 73 is for now here. I think KF7GJO has, I think he was in and out this morning, so we'll give him a 73. He must have had something that came up that he had to take care of there, I would guess. So hope you have a good day there, Carl, if you're still listening. Let's see. On the list, we're back to my older brother, Dale. Thanks for all the help this morning, Dale. We managed to have the net in spite of all the activity with the contest going on here. You're up, sir. W5OG, WB5DRI. Yeah, fine, Brian. And yeah, well, we're taking advantage of the fact that the hordes are off probably on 10 meters, and which can soak up a lot. As you know, it's a big band. And it's wide open and also 15. So a lot of DX being worked today, and a lot of fun for the contesters. And if you want to pick up some countries, this is a good opportunity to do it. Anyway, 7-3, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you, Lee, for a good question again. I'm learning a lot about missiles. And I guess it's a good thing. Kind of fun. And we'll see you over on Echolink just for a few minutes. Thank you, Brian. WB, and I love you and Susie. WB5DRI, W5OG.
Okay, Dale. W5OG, WB5DRI. Well, the short skip is back in. I'm amazed that the skip can be in and then go out and then come back in. Propagation is really strange, but it's strange and wonderful at the same time. But we'll talk more on Echolink there, Dale. But hope you and Carolyn are doing well this morning. And 73 for now. Let's see if Charlie can get back in there with us. K4YDB, Charlie, you're up for the 73 round, and thanks for all you do there. Also had the correct answers this morning. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K4YDB. Well, thanks for a good net today, Brian. I had a little excitement over here, but not too bad. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a great day. Let me see if I can go take a look at some other objects in here. K4YDB, back to net.
Okay, Charlie, 73 to you. Have a great day there in Cartersville. Break with K4YDB. Let's go back to Joe in Las Cruces. Also with the correct answers there. Joe, you're up for the 73 round. W5ABI, WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI and the Flyers W5ABI. Good net, Brian. Thanks for running it. Good question. I got it right. Anyhow, 73 to you and all the Flyers. WB5DRI, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe. Well, thank you for that, and have a great day there in Las Cruces. 73 to you, sir. Break with W5ABI. Let's go back out to Peoria to John. W7AJN. John, you're up for the 73 round. Also had correct answers there, over.
WB5DRI, W7AJN. Thanks for a great net, Brian. Did a great job. Thanks to Leon. For the net. And so everybody make it a wonderful day. Thanks for in charge of it. WB5DRI, W7AJN73.
Okay, John. Well, you have a great day there in Peoria also. Break with W7AJN. Let's go back out to New Jersey. Ray, WB2JJO. Ray, you're up for the 73 round, and good job on getting the answers correct here, Ray. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI. Well, WB2JJO. Well, I'll tell you what, Brian. I'm very thankful for the that was pretty cool. I was a crypto guy. Well, one of the crypto guys back there. But anyway, Brian, thanks for a good net, and we'll talk to you further on down the line. WB5DRI from WB2JJO.
Okay, Ray, very good. WB2JJO, WB5DRI. Well, 73 to you, Ray. And we'll look for you the next time, possibly on Echolink. We do have a conference note on Echolink that's Alpha Foxtrot Charlie. And all stations are welcome to join us over there for a second 73 round after the conclusion of this net here on 20 meters. So
break with you, Ray. Let's go to our commander, actually, K1BOB. I'm not sure if you're on the bottom today or not, Bob, but good to hear you in there this morning. And you're up, sir. K1BOB, WB5DRI.
Well, thank you, Brian. K1BOB remote in South Salt Lake City, and a very good net, well run, Brian. And you probably know, I'll bet, we had an AIM-9 stolen over in Germany in the late 60s with a Soviet or Polish spy. He went right on an air base, managed to locate one in the weapons storage area, put it in his car, and drove out with it. And eventually got it back to the Soviet Union in pieces via airmail, but had difficulties with it. That was a story that was flying around still flying around in the 70s in the F-111 community. We knew we would eventually deploy over to England for the Cold War, but interesting story. He walked on a base and walked out with a classified AIM-9 missile, one of the early ones. So let's see. Good to hear everybody. A very nice job running the net, Brian. I think my repaired Flex is probably waiting for me right now as we speak on my front steps to the house. Pretty safe place, though. K1BOB, back to WB5DRI. K1BOB.
Okay, Bob, very good. K1BOB, WB5DRI. Well, you're still over the 9 mark. We got the short skip still hanging in there this morning, Bob, but good to hear you. And, it's kind of sad, some of the things that have happened over the years where our technology has moved over to other countries, and we have had not enough control sometimes, it seems like, on all that, and that hurts us every time something like that happens. And it's the same with the Intel community when we have big compromises there. That can do irreparable harm sometimes, those kinds of things. And I could tell some stories, but we don't have the time for that here. But anyway, very good on everything, Bob, and enjoy your stay there in Salt Lake City, and I'm sure you will. And it sounds like you're having a great time there. And that's, like I said earlier, that's what it's all about, really, being with family there and enjoying time with them. So 73 to you, Bob. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. Did I miss any stations, or do we have any last-minute check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net? Members or guests, please call now, WB5DRI. Well, I hear nothing here. Let's go ahead and shut this thing down and switch over to Echo Link. All stations are welcome to join us over there for a short 73 session there, and you can talk about politics of the day or whatever you would like to bring up there in addition to what we've already covered here with today's net. But I want to thank all the participants and all the relays and all the help from everybody this morning. N5BE Lee for the net logger and the questions, and K4YDB Charlie for the live stream there on YouTube. 73 to all stations. Everybody have a great day. God bless our troops and God bless the USA. This is WB5DRI Brian in San Antonio, now closing the Air Force's Flyers Club net and returning the frequency to normal amateur use. Good day, everybody.